Guess who's here? The Empower Morning Show. We are ready to do our thing this morning. It is a pleasure. It's the last Thursday of March, y'all. If you was able to keep up with March, then you are a good one, because March went by so fast and it was marching through. It's just marched on through. So we are super excited to have the opportunity to be on this last Thursday of March.
Yes.
So good morning, Cynthia. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning, Phyllis. The one thing that I do know about you all, y'all be on before we on. I love y'all. Y'all don't wait on us. They was like, we'll just go ahead and sit our stuff on so that when they pop on, we're ready.
We're ready. We're ready.
I mean, stay ready. They stay ready. Good morning, Patricia. Cynthia has, I don't know what happened after this birthday with Miss Girl.
Baby, what you saying?
But baby, this girl had a new year,
baby.
And she is not playing. She good morning, thankful, thrilling, terrific Thursday. Don't come for me. I don't have my contacts in this morning, so don't come for me.
Thankful, thriving, terrific.
Thank you, Regina. Look, Sparkling put out some extra. What about thrilling? But make it a thrilling Thursday anyway.
Yeah.
I don't have my contacts in, so mistake one. I didn't realize it until I started trying to read, and then it's like, girl,
wait a minute.
I know, right?
I'm stretching my eyeballs out trying to see.
Cynthia said, "Come on, Sparkle, don't be messing up my stuff."
I'm still mad at Cynthia, but it's okay. I'm gonna get over it next month. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm just being, because she did not invite me to her birthday party. But anyways,
hey, tell her, Cynthia, don't do that. Tell her don't do that, because she was well invited. Look, we're not even trying to hear that.
I'll be back. Love you, Cynthia. Yeah, what happened? It's like the comments got smaller last night. What happened?
No, don't even try it, baby. Look, I know, bless your heart, you want to clean it up. It's okay. You can't see.
Okay, nope, but anyways, we have a special guest, because one thing about some women, we are powerful and we will get some stuff done. We will make it happen. Work 8 to 5. I have 3 businesses, a wife, a mother, a friend. I don't know what God did when he made women, but he put some extra oomph in us, because we will get it done. And your husband's sitting there like, what we doing next? Boy, I gave you that assignment 5 days ago.
Listen, get it together so we can make it do what it do. This is just our nature. It's a beautiful thing to be a woman. If I had to come back again and I got a choice, I'm coming back just like I am now. I want to be a Black woman again. and
See, I
again,
want
and
to do
again, and
both.
I
again,
I
and
want
embrace
to
again.
do
that.
both.
I embrace it. I do. There's strength in it.
Me
They
too. I
straight.
mean,
Do.
regardless of what you go through, I wouldn't come back any differently. I
No.
wouldn't want to be, no shade to anybody else. I just want to come back like I am. I
Yeah.
love it here. Love it here.
Yeah.
Would you say
No,
I love it
seriously.
here?
I
Yeah.
love it here, honey. Love being who I am, a black woman. I love it.
Yes.
Yes. So each woman that we have brought on, if we tried to read their bio, we will be here all day long. So
All
our
day.
special guest today is nothing no different. If I tried to break down her bio, we would be on and on and on and on. But let me just start and tell you who she is. She is a woman of God. She's a true friend to the heart. Her heart is beautiful. I met her through a I Love Her event, and we just connected immediately because her heart is so big. Her immediate response after the event was, how can I help you? How can I help you, Sparkle? What can I do to help you? It was that kind of response.
That's awesome.
So she is phenomenal. She's a wife. She's a mother. She's all those. She's a owner, CEO, all those great things. But I'm gonna let her tell you a little brief bio of her. So let's bring on the one and only Lovely.
Hey,
Hey,
good
girl.
morning, ladies.
Hello.
Guess what? You are on the Empower Morning Show, girl.
Yes, I'm so excited this morning.
Hey,
Girl, got up
Yeah.
at 4 o'clock. I couldn't wait.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
hey, we don't
Thank
appreciate it, man, because at 4 o'clock, I was like, Lord, if you can give me 12 more hours, I'll be good.
So, Lovely, if you can tell them a little bit about, just give them a real cliff notes of who you are.
Yeah, sure. So, my name is Lovely Gatlin. I am a retired U.S. Army veteran. I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, and I'm a best-selling author. But I got my footing as a startup business consultant.
Uh-huh.
So I help mentor emerging entrepreneurs turn their ideas into six-figure earning potential that they may have that time and financial freedom that we're all ultimately looking for.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, freedom is nothing like freedom. I'm telling
Mhm.
you, people don't know.
Right.
Time freedom, financial freedom. When you have that kind of freedom, it gives you options in life.
Mm-hmm.
And baby, you have
Yeah.
given the people
And you know
options,
what
baby.
the
We
new
love it.
retirement is? You know what the new retirement is? Is an entrepreneur.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the new retirement. Is an entrepreneur.
Amen. Yes. So, Lovely, kind of, I know Saturday, you and I have teamed up, and but you have really, this is really her thing, y'all. But she given Sparkle the opportunity to come in and do the mindset of her
Yes.
event. But can you tell them a little bit about what's going on Saturday, this Saturday?
Yes. So this Saturday, in celebration of
No,
Women's
it's
Month, by
Sunday.
the
It's
way,
Sunday. It's
no, it's
Sunday.
Sunday. That's I was like, wait a minute, that didn't sound right. But this Sunday, in celebration of ending, Women's Month,
Uh-huh.
we are hosting a brunch, and it's titled "Brunch Life and Business Plans," and it is centered around establishing accountability and alignment of your priorities and your purpose,
Mhm.
that you may be able to manifest your goals instead of just making them. So this event is tailored for women leaders, who have not just passion but purpose and
Mhm.
just ready to get some things done with other like-minded women over just a fun, amazing event. So it's going to be full of life, full of energy. We got brunch and mimosas and music, and it's just going to be a whole vibe capturing, the essence of what
Yes.
Women's Month is about, which is celebrating our greatness and our
There you go.
contribution, to this world. Because the truth is, before we were wives, mothers, and everything else,
Yeah.
we were put on this earth to be an answer. We're the
Amen.
answer.
Oh,
Oh,
good
So
girl.
Okay. Answer.
answer.
yes, we're
I
the
love that.
answer. I'm the solution, I'm the answer, and I'm the way. That's what God gave me to be, and that's who we are before we're anything else.
Yes. For
She
That's
said
yourself.
good.
before we are anything else, the
That is
answer.
good.
The
And you know
answer,
that's true. How many people come to you for the answer?
girl.
A
But you
lot.
know
Maybe.
what? You know what? It's a blessing. It's a
It is.
blessing. It
It,
really is. But it takes confidence, and confidence is having trust and belief in yourself, right? Knowing that you're gonna follow through, or knowing that what you say, is authentic. And when you can walk in that light,
Yep.
then you attract all of these opportunities to be the answer.
yes, it's like a
Mm.
Exactly.
magnet. It's a
Yes.
magnet. It
That's the
automatically
truth.
sticks to you.
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell them where the brunch is, so that they'll know how fun of environment it is? Like, she's not just saying this, but it is. She's made sure that it wasn't going to be just at a normal room, a event center. Where is it located at?
Yes, so it's going to be located at the Mia Amore Wine Tasting Room at Southern Flair Cigar Lounge, which is owned by myself and my husband, Calvin Gatlin, in Smyrna,
Yeah,
Tennessee.
yeah.
Yes, the first Black-owned cigar lounge
Awesome.
in Rutherford County of Tennessee. We're so
Awesome.
excited. There's nothing better than having your own venue, because what comes with
Mm.
venue also comes the opportunity
Yeah.
to not just productize your
Mhm.
your service or your business, but
Yep.
you become a business that is a mind of people. So, and once you got, access to people, whether it's email, phone number, whatever, no matter what you do, you have clientele. And that has
Mm.
been my secret
Exactly.
sauce to success over the years, is being a business that minds, people with purpose
Hmm.
and finding solutions for them.
That's good.
That's a beautiful, beautiful
That's
space to
needed.
be in. And very needed, because I think
Very needed.
sometimes people have ideas, they don't know which way to go. People
Yep.
have, they've seen things and they're thinking like, I'm capable of doing that, but they need the confidence. And so it's like coming to you, everything is wrapped up in one package. You're going to give them the confidence, you're going to give them the solution, you're going to make sure they get
Yes.
out here and do what they do. And people are looking for somebody like you,
Yeah,
Miss
help
Lovely.
somebody strategize is what it is strategizing. Help you strategize what you're already thinking. She could bring it on to where it looks more where they can understand. That's good.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
that's what we're going to talk about this Sunday is, the secret sauce to getting to where you want to go in the shortest amount of time. And,
It.
and really it's just all about, like I said, that word authenticity, just being authentic,
Mm-hmm.
being true to what you can do with what
Yeah.
you know, the
Good.
resources you have and the time you can allot. And if you're able to minimize your opportunities, that you go after based on
Mm-hmm.
those three analogies,
Yep.
then you can move mountains without, really any pressure and effortlessly. And people will begin to look at you like, how's she able to do that? And it's because you're moving in your purpose. You're
Yes.
staying true to what you know. You're not, taking away from your other, priorities,
Mm-hmm.
and you're moving within the resources, God has given you at the moment, in order
Exactly.
to take care of the particular mission at hand. And before you know it, you have moved a mountain and don't even know how.
You don't
Mm-hmm.
even
That's
know
true.
how.
Don't
It
even
just
know how.
happened. It just happened. Because
Uh-huh.
you know how many people are scared to walk into that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're scared to walk in their purpose
Yes.
because their eyes is on somebody else's purpose, and they
Tell them.
see how they move, and they want, I don't
Mhm.
think like her, I don't operate like her. That's the best gift ever. That you don't your uniqueness is the best
Yes.
gift ever.
That's
It's
it.
the secret sauce, baby. Being
That is the
you
secret
is
sauce.
powerful. I'm telling you, like you said, being
Yes.
authentic. The authentic, real you is what's going to take your thing to the next level.
Exactly.
You can
Oh,
Yes.
be
y'all
you.
They,
just came up with a new
there's no
event. Do
counterfeits,
you,
baby.
boo?
Do you,
Do
Do
boo?
you, boo?
yes,
Do you,
Yeah,
boo?
do you?
do.
But
Do
No
let's
counterfeits, baby. No counterfeits.
But let's be real. You know, it's easier for us to see other people move their mountain, especially now that we have this thing called social media, right?
Mhm.
And that can get intimidating. And it's easy to see what you're not, in the presence of
Yeah.
others.
Yeah.
And that's a real thing to deal with. But you got to get used to hearing your own voice. That's why affirmations is so important.
Yeah.
Yes.
I say my affirmations in the mirror because sometimes I even be lying to myself about
Yeah.
who I am and what I can do, and that's where the word of God comes in. Those
Yeah.
are promises God put, before all of us, before we were even, thought
Yeah.
of in the womb. And we got to remember that those promises are manifested through
Mhm.
our ability to exercise faith.
Yeah.
God made it so that we can only see so much. And the reason why he did that is he wanted to instill himself in everything that we do. So anytime you have fear, doubt, shame, guilt, whatever those things are reminders that
Mhm.
your source of everything good comes from God. And instead of having anxiety or feeling like you can't be or can't do, you can say, but God, anyway, and watch him pull through. And
Yes.
that's what this journey of life is all about, regardless of our,
Yes.
walk.
Yeah.
The struggles God give us is to keep him front and center. It's not even about the emotions, it's not about the experience, like people may think it is. It is solely about you keeping him first because he's jealous and he's going to get what he want out of us regardless of the life we live. And so we might as well give it our best shot because that's truly what he wants.
Yeah.
He wants us to be blessed and prosperous so we can multitude that onto others. So let's do it with greatness, but it does take strategy. It does take obedience. It does take sacrifice and supplication. But we
Yes.
got this.
We
Yes, we
got this,
do.
girl.
You got this. Yes.
Yes, I'm telling you, I love to hear her talk. Her wisdom and her anointing
That's
is so
amazing.
strong. And then her voice is it's just beautiful to hear her voice. Every time she talks, I'm like, girl, I love your voice. It's just the way that she speaks through her heart. You can hear it come from the heart. And it's no different than when somebody try to come to you and like be all passionate, but they sound like you can hear and they really didn't mean that from their heart. It really came from somewhere else, but it was the right thing to say. So they just said it. So congratulations on everything that you do. But I want people to know this ain't your first time helping people with businesses. So
No.
tell them your success story that God has given you, where
Ah.
you have helped so many businesses start from an idea.
So, God has blessed me with an entrepreneurial spirit from birth. I knew, at 9 years old, I didn't know what the word for it was, but I knew I was going to be selling stuff. I knew no matter what I was going to do in this world, I
You're going.
was going to sell something. And I got that passion in the sixth grade. We did a business expo at my school, and all the kids like came up with their own products. And I came up at first with bookmarks. And my teacher did not want me to not succeed. And what she did is she went and bought me a bracelet making kit
Okay.
because my mom didn't have the money and I
Uh-huh.
didn't understand that you need money to do whatever.
Got you.
And so she bought this for me and I made bracelets and I want to say like $100 worth of bracelets and I sold $80 worth. And that blew
Mm.
my mind that in a matter of hours with a little bit of effort,
There you
I
went.
went from
There you go.
$0 to 80. Blew my mind.
That's all you needed to know.
Especially at
Blew
sixth
my
grade.
mind.
Yeah.
That's all
I'm
you needed to
talking
know.
blew my mind. And when I realized I had the power to do that, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be selling stuff.
Done deal.
So, now, I guess moving forward to now, um, 7 years ago, I just decided to write a book on marketing. And I wrote this book really as, a teaser to follow up with potential clients. At the time, I had a magazine. It was, in the top 5 in the nation,
Uh-huh.
of my publishing company. And so I was really trying to like move mountains. I'm the only Black, publisher, um, and I mean editor, that is. And so I really wanted to just show this company,
Yes.
that I am a force to be reckoned with. So I wrote this book as a reason to follow up with people to become sponsors for my magazine.
Uh-huh.
And I ended up becoming the #1 bestseller.
Okay.
And before you know it, people started coming to me for asking questions because
Mm-hmm.
I'm the answer. And so what I did was I started doing free strategy sessions, to pull people together so I can answer all their questions at once. And before you know it, that wasn't enough. Then they wanted to hire me as a consultant.
Yeah.
And I ended up, just blowing up from there. I mean, within 6 months, I was making almost 20,000 a month as a consultant. Blew my mind. Blew my mind. Didn't
Come on.
dreamed of making money like that, but did not know that I had that capacity. And from there, I saved my money, and I met the love of my life. And the pandemic happened, and we just seized the opportunity to invest in Southern Flair, which
Mm-hmm.
is doing amazing. We're working on our second concept, and I just kept moving from there. But I
Yes.
got smarter. I got smarter. I realized that my hour is worth more now than it was later.
Hello.
So instead of doing strategy sessions for free, I do events. I do events,
Mhm.
and that just opened doors for me. It allowed me to meet more amazing, like minded women. It
Mhm.
has allowed me to productize my services so I make money in my sleep now,
Mm-hmm.
doing different courses and things like that. And, now I, started a movement, Entrepreneur Her Success. And so this is the launch of that, actually, is these accountability brunches. My
Awesome.
hope is to take them nationwide and really help women stream
Yes.
yard, get their business moving with urgency so they
Mm-hmm.
can get there faster, because entrepreneurship is about urgency. Those that are successful act with urgency and
Come
then
on.
rewarded with
Mm.
success.
Amen.
Success
Come
is
on.
a
Say it
reward.
again. Say it
Yes.
again,
Not an
lovely.
endpoint, it's not a destination. It is a reward.
Yes.
And some people get many of those rewards along the way. Some
Mm-hmm.
people get few and in between.
That's
And
true.
so I want to help you get many and move from the few and in between.
And move from the few
Amen.
in between. Yes, that is beautiful. That is so amazing. Uh, you have done a whole lot in a short period of time, because you can tell she still has a lot in her. So can you
Mhm.
imagine if she started when she was in 6th grade, and she has moved up from that. So
Yes.
she has moved from that little girl to now a grown woman doing those things.
That's
But this is
amazing.
what I love that she said, I have received more, I have gotten smarter. I love that
Yeah.
she said, because that's what we have to do, is never stop learning. I don't care
No.
how old you get. You can always learn something. You should be out trying to read a book, read something, do something to this mind. Because
Yes.
if you don't utilize the mind, if you don't continue to try to learn stuff, it then you just sitting there and letting life pass you by, when it's so
Right.
much more in life if you would just get the resources. And people use I don't have the money as an excuse all the time. But guess what? We all have cell phones. I don't care. I seen the homeless man on the side of the corner. He was asking for money, but he had a cell phone.
You getting that money to pay that bill, baby. So you gonna do what you need
Yes.
to
So
do.
if you have a cell phone, utilize that Google, YouTube, man. YouTube will teach you some stuff. Like if you can't figure out how to put something together, go to
Tell,
YouTube.
tell them.
It's a whole
A
seminar.
whole university right at your fingertips.
Yes.
But you know what I
YouTube
love?
University.
Mm,
You
you
know
know what
what
I
though?
love,
I
lovely?
am a University of YouTube graduate daily.
Exactly.
It's
daily.
the place to be, and you can search for whatever, and somebody has put a video
Yes.
out
Yeah.
about it. That's just the beauty of the
Yes.
times that we're in. But I want to go
Yes.
back, Lovely, because you mentioned, I've been in different network marketing things, but and they always say success loves speed. And what I like
Mhm.
what you said is to stop just sitting around, but start taking action. And I think that's where so many entrepreneurs get stuck because you are in a space and you feel like you don't have resources or you don't have that strategy that takes you from your
Yes.
idea. So you're just kind of sitting there waiting
Yes.
for something to happen and you're trying to be consistent, but the strategy is not in place so that the success can take off and the speed can get you from one level to the next. And
Right.
so
Yes.
I love that you said that piece in there about, making it happen and understanding that as you start moving and start doing that, success is going to be attracted to that speed and it's going to
Yeah.
continue to bring you opportunities. And I love
Yes.
that you're giving people that wisdom so they can go out here and start
Yes.
recognizing that you don't got to sit on your gifts. Let's start putting a strategy together and do it.
That's it.
Yes, and let's be authentic again, right? I was watching this video and I sent it to Sparkle yesterday because it was going to be the basis, of my talk on this Sunday. And it
Mhm.
was about this amazing, successful, Black woman. And she was talking about how if you can make time for everything else, you can make time for your business. And if you're not, it's because you don't know how to prioritize yourself and you're not connected with your purpose. And
Mhm.
it sounded good. Like, yeah, it makes sense. If you can make time for
Mhm.
everything else, why can't you make time for yourself? Or why can't you make time for your business? But the truth is, life be lifing. We
Mhm.
got problems. I don't care how amazing your life is, you got problems, whether it's at home, in the business, you know, health, whatever the case is. And we have to be mindful that life be lifing, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
sometimes we can't do in the moment what others can do. That is
Mhm.
just a fact, whether it's financial, time, or just intellect. We can't all do the same thing. But moving in your purpose is being divine to your circumstances.
Yes.
And instead of using them as a crutch or justification to not do it, you have to use that to fuel your passion and your purpose. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Use that pain, that shame, whatever it is that is holding you back is fuel. It's not a wall. It's actually something for you to step on, not stay behind. It's used
Very
to
Mhm.
good.
catalyze you to the next step. And I I truly believe that if you can be authentic in your own circumstances, your circumstances will move that mountain for you. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That is your secret sauce. That
Yes.
is what makes you amazing. And people will see that in you and that is what will, take your business to the next level. I know that in order for me to, make my cigar lounge work, I have to sell a certain amount of cigars every
Mhm.
single day, right? That takes you getting out there, getting in front of people, and giving them a reason to come see you instead of anybody
Everybody else.
else. And that
Yeah.
can make you a little
Yeah.
cutthroat. It can make you a little assertive. It can make you even a little gaslit
Mm-hmm.
in the eyes of others. And everybody is not going to like you. You're going to find out real quick that you rub people the wrong way just by breathing.
Read
But this is what I
exactly.
tell people: the demon in you can't stay in my presence because the
Exactly.
God in me won't let it. So if you don't
Mhm.
like
That's
me for
good.
being who I am, guess what? That's confirmation of who I am to him above, because that's what you got
Exactly.
to stay true to: the purpose and the promises he put on your life. And you don't get to dim your light to
Yes.
make room for other people to shine.
If
That's
That
it.
is not how
if
it
that what
works.
Ain't
if you
dimming
don't take
nothing, baby.
nothing
We
else
ain't
that she
dimming nothing.
said, just take that part right there.
Exactly.
Because
Don't dim your light.
don't, especially when it's only 8,810 promises in God's word, and
Hello.
over 7,000 of them has your name on it.
Say
Come
it.
on, you do the math. The math
Say
is
it.
mathing. So God is on my side. So the
Yes.
demon, would you say the demon in you? God. Do the demon thing. Say the demon thing
The
again.
demon in you can't stay in my presence because the God in me won't allow it. It will
No,
make you, let me tell you,
it'll
you
make
if
you tremble.
you will be so uncomfortable around me, boo. You won't
Yes,
understand why I am who I am. You will be
I
asking
love
so
it.
many questions. Who does she think she is? Why does she got that? Who is her? Yes, if you feel that way, it's because there's something in you that can't resonate with me. And that's
There you
okay.
go.
Mm,
That's
That's
it.
okay.
and
That
that's
Thank
means
you.
okay.
God made room for you just elsewhere.
Mm-mm.
And it's not here.
Just elsewhere, baby. And that's a good
Amazing.
thing because no one wants to be direct competition, right? We
Uh-huh.
all want our place. So where you resonate determines your place. So
Yeah,
it's okay for you to not like me or for me to not like you or to not resonate with you. What that mean is this is just not my place. And
exactly.
find it because I found mine.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And that's a good analogy because a lot of women they you know what I'm saying, when you're authentic, you don't have time to worry about anybody else. As a matter of fact,
No,
you're not even thinking about anybody else. You
no.
care about people's well-being and pray that whatever you're doing brings you happiness and
Yes.
success. But over here, baby, this moves a different way.
Yes, has to.
Has to.
Has
Yes.
to.
Yes.
That
I
has
just
to.
sent us a video on yesterday. On yesterday.
Oh,
To Regina and Angela,
yeah.
and the woman was saying, "I don't care what you gotta say about me. I don't care what you think about me. I don't, girl. I have not lost not 1 inch of fault because you don't like me. It really don't bother me. So I'm gonna add, because God won't allow it. Like, I love that you brought that out.
Yeah.
God
Good.
won't allow it. The
Mm-mm.
quicker we get that God won't allow it, so if God doesn't allow it, who am I to allow it?
Exactly.
Who am I to be concerned about how you feel
Right.
about who I am and who he created me to be? And I
Exactly.
think when, as women, because this is Women History Month, as women, when you get in your spirit and understand in your mind that you're not everybody's cup of tea and you can be okay with that,
Oh
You can
yeah.
that
be okay with it.
releases, that's freedom. Baby,
Girl,
talk
you
about
said
freedom.
it.
Right?
That's
It is
freedom.
freedom.
Fly like
And
an eagle
sometimes you don't
And
get it.
you
I'm just
just
keep
to
it
like,
the
real.
sea.
You don't get it a lot of times in your 20s. You don't get it in your 30s
No,
because you're still people pleasing. You're still trying to fit in. You're still trying to, do
Yeah.
you like me? Can I be in your group? Baby, when you hit them 40s and 50s and 60s, baby, you just like, baby, I give not a you know what. Whether you like it, you don't. You want to sow into it. You ain't got to. You want
no,
to share it. It doesn't matter because when God before you, who can be against you? I don't
Nobody.
need you to do anything for me because God already got it set up. And when you
yeah,
get
Nobody.
that in your spirit and know that, baby, one God is more powerful than all the people on the earth, he can make your enemies your footstool. Baby, they'll be out here sharing
Don't
stuff and
try.
don't even
Don't.
know
Like
why.
you said, don't
let
try
me
me.
tell
Try me.
you, I know, who is in my corner and isn't. The first people I invite to an event
Uh-huh.
be those naysayers.
Mm.
Those be the first ones. And listen, I call them, hey, beautiful, how you doing? I'm seeing you making moves out there.
Right.
Listen, I want to make you a VIP at my event. Like I'm serious and it be real authentic.
Yeah.
And the reason why I do that is not to showboat. It's not to, make them feel bad or give them something to talk about, but it's to show them that regardless of how you treat me, I'm still going to be who God told me to be to you.
Exactly.
that love walk. It's that
It's
love walk.
exercising, yes, it's exercising my obedience to God
Exactly.
so he can continue to bestow his favor on me.
And
It's
it,
not
it
even
gives them a front row seat for
give him
them
a
to
front row
see.
seat. Yeah, because God said he'll make, he'll prepare a table
In
for
front.
you in the
Yeah.
presence of your enemies.
In the
Yeah.
Yep.
presence.
But you got to be comfortable being amongst them,
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
you
Well,
know?
I don't have to like you to love you like Christ wants me to.
Hmm.
And
Exactly.
that's just it.
Hmm.
Being comfortable in the presence of people who don't want to see
Right.
you succeed. The thing
Hmm.
about it is, you got to know that you can't stop me. I don't care if you don't want me to succeed. It's not
Right.
your It's not in your hands. You don't have the
Right.
power to determine my destiny, because God said in Jeremiah 29:11, I know the plans I have for you. You can't
Well,
come
I know
against
the plan.
God's plans for me. So when we can embrace the fact that you can be right in my face and you can cuss me out, you can talk about me, you can call somebody else and tell them, girl, don't attend her stuff. You can do whatever you want to do behind the scenes, but God has already positioned me. He already has a plan for me. So Reverend
He
Pat said something
does.
earlier about the elevation. God won't allow. Yeah, she said when we spend our time thinking about who doesn't like us, we are preventing our own elevation. God has already
Yes.
decided
Yeah.
my destiny, period. And that's what we have to have in our spirit. And lovely, I'm so excited that you have put that out here, put it in the atmosphere. And I hope people
Yes.
grab it, because until for you to get to your next, you got to embrace the fact that
Yeah.
everybody won't be for you, and don't let that break you. It can't break you. It should make you. It should give you the fuel you need
Exactly.
The
to
fuel,
go where you're
yes.
supposed to go.
Activate. Hashtag activated, baby.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Activate.
to those of you who are struggling, oh, my
Uh-huh.
light went out. To those of you who are struggling with that, because it is something real, it is,
It is.
your feelings can get hurt
It
and it can make you
acts.
question yourself. What I
Mhm.
want you to do is, I want you to grow your confidence. Confidence is trust in your own ability.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you trust yourself to be and do what it is you set out to do. And that's what I want you to focus on. Showing yourself, proof of concept in your heart that you are who you say you are. And the more you do that, the less the noise can affect you. You won't even hear it
Hear it.
anymore.
Yep.
Mm.
You won't even hear it. Like it will be so far removed from you that by the time you hear what somebody say,
Right.
it be years later. You'd be like, for real?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right.
you know
Right.
Right.
so you have to exercise that in yourself.
Yeah.
Confidence isn't something you're born with or you just get. It's developed and it evolves, and you have to learn to trust in yourself daily.
Yeah.
And that
Daily.
also comes with our integrity. If you say you're going to do something, do it.
Let your no be your no, and let your yes be your yes.
Yeah, and
Period.
if you mess up and don't fall through, take full accountability, and move on with greatness, with urgency, quick. Don't stay in condemnation long. That get you depressed real quick.
Mhm.
Girl, condemnation. See, you going? That's a whole nother show, right? By
Got too much. Listen, I got too much going on to be in self-doubt and self-pity.
Yeah.
Nope. I give it 1 minute. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do better next time. I'm moving on.
Right.
And
Moving
you either
on.
Right.
moving with me or you not.
And
That's it.
the thing about it, lovely, people want you to stay in that spot. They
yeah,
Yeah.
want you to stay in condemnation, like, well, you said, and they want you to stay in that guilt and that, tripping in that arena. But you got to move on. And that doesn't mean you're not sorry for not living up
Yes.
to the expectation or whatever. But at the end of the day, you can't stop. You can't settle there.
Nope.
You speaking to a pool of women that don't even know what they're doing. I'm speaking to my wives now.
Yeah.
It's some of y'all that are struggling in your marriage because you have so much condemnation on your spouse that
mm-hmm.
you can't let him be his best self in your presence because
Mm.
you're stuck in the pain and you're
Mm.
stuck in the hurt and you're stuck in the guilt and the shame and what others think about you and your relationship. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you firsthand, if you do not know how to let go and let God, you're going to lose your husband.
Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Period.
Boom!
He going to
Boom.
find somebody that can cater and love in
Mm-hmm.
spite, and
In
you're going to be
spite.
left holding that bag by yourself.
Right.
Hurting. Then you're gonna be like, I wish I would have. Oh, I wish I would have. Oh, I wish I would have. Don't turn into a I wish I would have.
Because some of us don't get that chance again. I mean, let's be honest.
That's true.
You
So
got
I'm
to
not
speak the
speaking.
truth.
And
That's
listen,
true.
y'all, I mean, it is what it is. You cannot be ugly to people because somebody was ugly to you.
You.
Mm.
You
That's
You
true.
gon'
cannot.
you gonna
You
get what's
cannot.
coming with that. you're going to get what's
Yeah,
coming.
exactly.
Mhm.
And you don't want that heat.
Yeah.
You don't want it. That's what they say. You don't want that smoke, baby.
You don't
Listen,
You
No,
don't
want
want that
smoke.
heat.
no,
leave that alone.
no.
And
And
you are
that
so
smoke
right. I
leaves
love that you
aroma.
put that out there.
You know
Yeah.
what that smoke do? That smoke leaves aroma that
Mm-hmm.
does not just come off. That aroma keeps on following you and
Mm-hmm.
following you and following you. You have to stop and put it out. Put that fire out. Do
Right.
not
Hmm.
continue to let that smoke continue to be who you are. And we are out of time. Of course, we are out of time.
She
Lovely.
came
It
on
was
with the
a
benediction,
pleasure,
baby.
a pleasure, a pleasure. Love you
Good to
so
have
much. I
you.
thank you for your time, and because this is a day off for her supposedly, but it's not a day off. um,
Work early this morning already.
she was
Nice.
Yes.
ready. So it's so lovely to see us loving on each other, like
Mm-hmm.
making it a purpose to help one another, to love on
Yeah.
one another, lift up each other. So lovely. We thank you for being a part this morning. You are a woman of history. So
Yeah.
we had to have you on doing the celebration of women because you're worth being celebrated.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
deserve to be
Aw.
celebrated. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. And lastly, if you would just give them the lot because we're out of time, but I want you to get your time. How can they contact you? How can they get with you if they like, I want to talk more about some things? How do they connect with you?
Absolutely. So you can find my handle, which is on all social media platforms, Lovely PK Gatlin. You can also Google me to access that. Just Google Lovely Gatlin, and I'm all over the first page. And you can also find me on my website, livelifelovely.org.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yes,
I didn't
live
even get to
likely,
tell y'all about her
lovely.
spa. Oh, okay. We got to come.
Live
Part
like
two,
lovely.
part two,
There you
love
go.
thyself, part two.
I forgot. Oh, it was so much, but we have to go.
A force
Thank
by
everybody for
herself.
tuning in. We will be back
Yeah.
on Friday with our final woman that we're celebrating for Women History, Women Month. But we call it, they try to say it's a month, but honey, we shining all year long.
Yeah.
365 days, we shining. So thank you. I believe God. Do you believe God? We believe God. We believe God. I believe God. I believe God. I believe God. I believe God. Y'all have a blessed one. Love you.
Bye.